Hi Taurus. Welcome to your January 2021 reading. We're finally here. So let's talk about astrology a little bit before we get started in the cards, because this is going to be a really interesting month for you guys. You're probably already starting to feel like pushing forward on something and like really activating some things in your life. Probably some stuff that's been stagnant for a while. You're getting that push forward. A lot of it might have to do with your career too. Mars is moving into your sign on the 6th of January. And then we have Mercury moving into Aquarius. All of this Aquarius energy, Saturn, Jupiter, Mercury, the sun will be moving into Aquarius on the 19th. As we shift everything into your career sector, there's sort of this really big light shining on what it is that you want to accomplish in the future, right? Uranus has been in your sign. That's definitely been something that's helped you move forward, that's helped like shake up your life a little bit. Wherever the Taurus energy is in your chart, whether it's sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mercury, Mars, like wherever that Taurus energy in your chart, you're getting an opportunity. It's sort of like a catalyst, and to be able to see what your purpose is, what you want to do, how you want to do it, and how it's actually going to impact everyone, how it's going to impact the collective. What's your role, right? So, and that's the biggest thing for you guys. And if that's still sort of a question in your mind, Jupiter and Saturn are really going to help you hash that out. And as Mars moves into Taurus, Mars will be joining up with Uranus and squaring Saturn. And Mercury is also going to be all in the fun squaring Uranus and Mars as well. So it'll definitely be a mentally stimulating month for you guys. And really action too. Like it's really time to get that, the bull has slept long enough, right? And even if you haven't been sleeping, even if you have been working towards things, it's really felt like this extremely slow process and having to dig a little bit deeper than probably you have in the past. And yes, in 2020, there were probably some opportunities for you to get moving forward. There were probably some moments that you probably could have worked on the projects that you really wanted to work on, but you didn't necessarily have the vibe to do it. And I would not want to see you force yourself to get anything accomplished if you're not feeling like you're ready to do it. Taurus is for sure. It's because it's more about the quality, right? But when on the flip side of that, pivoting that a little bit on the flip side, the universe has some things in store for you guys for January. And I'd really like for you to take the opportunity to pivot and to change. And Uranus has been helping you for the last couple of years. Hasn't been easy. And this month is probably not going to be like really smooth sailing, but you will get some insight on what direction your 2021 year is going to be taking for sure. And there's a lot of really great energies for you guys to take advantage of for sure this month. The sun is the first card that came out, which is extremely on point with exactly what you guys are looking for and wanting to do. So we have the sun, and then we have the lovers. So definitely you could be dealing with a Leo energy or a Gemini energy. Now I understand with most tarot, readers go directly to like a love relationship with the lovers. And that may be something that you are focusing on, and that may be something that you're trying to manifest and you're really wanting to heal or gain some clarity on, which makes a lot of sense, especially if 2020 was a little rough for you in the love department. It's like you want a whole new outlook in relationships for 2021. And that's wonderful. That's a great take, that's great to look at. But one of the biggest things that I would like for you to do with this Lovers card energy is allow yourself to come into alignment, because we all have that masculine and feminine energy within ourselves. And when we are catalyzing ourselves, when we're trying to find clarity within relationships, it all comes back to self. Always. It always comes back to self. And so if you are trying to base relationship expectations looking at the outside of things and not looking at the expectations you have for yourself on the inside first, it's going to be very difficult for you to come together with that like-minded person, right? But man, is it in your line of vision right now in a really big way. There's a lot of clarity around relationships. There's a lot of clarity around like who your tribe is, who is for you, who's against you, who is rooting you on, and who left you in the dust to fend for yourself. And it's not necessarily so bad that they left you in the dust to fend for yourself, but they left you in the dust without, like, to fend for yourself without any water, without any food. And you're like, but wait, I would have left you with all of the things to help you to survive. You know, it's like they just they dead weighted you, basically. That's what that feels like. But now, as we're looking into a new kind of energy and creating a sense of safety and security within yourself, which is like probably the biggest thing for you to do as you're going, wow, okay, so your whole reading just fell out. So we're just going to keep these 4 cards together because they wanted to be there. Oh, okay. So here's the thing is, when you're creating this sense of safety and security for yourself, and that's what we essentially all want to do, like as we get through this Cancer full moon, which is tomorrow night, I'm doing this reading at the end of December, and the Cancer full moon is on December 29th. And with that Cancer full moon, it's really about finding that safety within. It's really about creating a sense of warmth and home and security within your own self before creating it outside of you. And with you guys, that's how I would really like for you guys to jump into 2021. So the bottom here, all these cards that came out, we have the 6 of Wands. I think I'm gonna have to move these up a little. We have the 6 of Wands, and these 4 together, we have the Ace of Swords, we have the 9 of Swords, we have the 9 of Wands, and we have the Fool. These energies are complete opposites. This is the fear of the information that came in, the fear of the conversation that needs to be had, the anxiety buildup of all of the energies that are swirling around your head right now. Everything that you could possibly think of to sabotage yourself are within these 2 cards. Because it's like an overstimulation. It's an overthinking process that you're doing. So instead of doing that to yourself, it's more about surrender, right? So this is the prison. The 9 of Swords and the Ace of Swords is the prison. And the 9 of Wands and the Fool is the freedom. And you basically have a choice to make. And the funny thing is I think that you're getting some kind of information to help you with that choice. Whether you got it in December or whether you're getting it in January, doesn't really matter at this point. The point is the information is here, or the information is coming. And what that information is leading you on a path of clarity, abundance, victory, freedom. It feels very, very freeing. You can easily get caught up in your own mind during this, asking yourself, is it too good to be true? Sorry, my allergies are just kicking my booty right now. Like the last couple of days have been a mess, but so, and yes, I do eat, I take a tablespoon of honey every single day in my lemon honey water. So like everybody keeps telling me about the honey. I already do it. The local honey, I promise you, I already do it. But local honey doesn't help with like dust allergies. I'm just saying, like that's good for pollen and being out in the tree, you know, when I'm outside with the tree stuff, like that's what that helps there. But yeah, so, and and living in an old house, you just deal with dust. But anyway, so like this is where you could easily sabotage yourself, and you could talk yourself out of doing really, really big things and not creating the space for you to just feel free. Hold on one second for me. Okay, so let's start to clarify and see what we've got going here. I'm telling you, man. Allergies, allergies. The sun. Let's look at the sun. Okay. Hold on again. One second. Sorry. It's just really hard to concentrate when your nose just doesn't want to cooperate with anything. Okay, so once you gain clarity, this is so Taurus. This is so Taurus. These two energies together are so Taurus. Like, once you gain clarity and insight, you're going to want to like just dive headfirst deep into the water without a life jacket. Like, you just want to go do it, right? Like, you don't even want to think about it anymore. You're just going to want to do it. And I like the determination. Let's just try not to create chaos with it, because what we want to do is do more of a don't skip the steps kind of things. Because when you guys get really, really excited about something, it's like a bull in a china shop, right? And I think that there's a lot of energy that you're dealing with right now, and you refuse to allow anybody else to come in and tell you how to do it, right? You're like, you know what? It doesn't really matter what you think about me or how I'm doing things. I'm just going to do it this way. Don't argue. Please, you're going to have so much energy in January. You're going to just want to like dive right in, and anybody that's in your way is going to feel the wrath, like in a really big, big way. Let's see what this Lover's card is. Okay. Oh, I love that you guys got these. Okay. So you could be dealing with the Sagittarius energy too, because we have two Sagittarius cards here. The Knight of Wands and Temperance. And this is exactly what I was talking about with this Lover's card. Like, I know that you have a totally different vision on what you want on relationships. You have a totally different idea on what you would like to see within relationships, and or within the relationships in your own life. Romantic, career, partnership, whatever, right? But the vision might not be completely clear, and I think that's why the Temperance card showed up, because that Knight of Wands is like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Do I want to be in a relationship? Do I not want to be in a relationship? Do I want to be with this person? Do I not want to be with this person? Do I want to allow myself to have different values coming up, or am I gonna, you know, like sleep on myself or walk away from myself? The Temperance card is saying to make the decisions when it comes to things based on logic and emotions. You don't have to make all the decisions right now, and you don't even have to come to a final conclusion about what it is that you want. I mean, just like gradually, and I know this sounds really funny to you guys, but gradually allowing yourself to dig deep and open up to what it is that you want in your life is going to ensure that the next person that shows up in your life isn't going to be all of that extra hard work that you've been having to do in the past. It'll be more of a flow. It'll be easy. Like, you'll be able to just ease yourself into things, into the relationship, instead of forcing it to work, right? You understand what I'm saying? And when you relax into the flow, and when you allow yourself to see things from the perspective of, I'm not going to rush into anything this time, really going to allow myself to capture moments that mean something instead of just rushing through life. And it's going to be a little bit difficult in January for you not to rush through life because of all of that Mars energy that's coming towards you. But you can really easily miss the details. If you go in with that Taurus anger and you break all of the china in the china shop, and then after you've calmed down, you look around and you're like, the damages, right? And then you're like, oh damn, what have I done? And then there's the regret afterwards. So instead of doing that to yourself, really pay attention to the kind of energy that you're putting into the love part. Really putting into the like-minded individual part. If you want to come together with like-minded people, being open and vulnerable, which is something a Taurus is not, you guys just don't feel comfortable being open and vulnerable. But sometimes that's the best way. And I mean, I'm a Virgo. I get it. Like, we just don't, earth signs just don't open up very well. But everything that's coming towards you and everything that's happening to you right now is so fated that you can easily just throw everything off track by rushing into things, by not allowing yourself to have patience, right? By not allowing yourself to say, I know that this next time has to, like, I mean business now, right? I'm not sleeping on myself anymore. If you're already in a relationship, things look pretty good. Things look pretty amazing within that relationship. Or if you're just starting a new relationship, things look really amazing. So if you aren't currently in a pretty decent relationship or a really good relationship, this reading might not be for you. But however, I will say that it also feels like this is manifesting energy. Like, you know what you don't want anymore. Therefore, now you're manifesting in a new kind of energy where you do know what you want, where you do know what you want this Two of Cups and this Lovers to look like. But now you have to have the patience, because you're like, now I know what it's supposed to look like. Now I get it. I understand. Can it hurry up already and get here? I feel like what the universe is telling you in this reading is that it's coming, that it's already on its way, that you don't even have to overthink it. You don't have to try and force things to happen. You don't have to even really look outside of yourself to find it, because you've already began to manifest it. The only thing here is the reason why you're not seeing it is because it hasn't actualized in the 3D yet. So we have on the victory card, on the Six of Wands victory card, we have the Page of Cups, we have the Four of Pentacles, and we have the Nine of Cups. And I really feel like these cards are saying, because you stuck to your guns and you did your healing and you allowed yourself to say, I'm no longer settling. Now you're stepping into a brand new victory kind of energy. Now you're stepping into that moment where it just feels right. Everything sort of feels right. But again, once a Taurus gets into that moment where everything feels right and it doesn't feel like it's being forced or anything like that, that's when the rush starts. That right moment, boom, bull in a china shop. And then you want to do everything, you want to have everything, you want to create everything. You can easily get yourself mixed up in the mind. Nine of Swords with the Ace of Swords. With all of the energy, with all of the information, with all of the ideas that you have, yeah, there's definitely a catalyst, definitely a spark. And you can actually make it all go away in a blink of an eye if you believe that you don't deserve any of this. You know? You can create the havoc. You can create the chaos, right? Ace of Wands on the Nine of Swords and the Ace of Swords. that's a pretty big catalyst. And it can immediately put you into anxiety. It can immediately make you feel like the fear, right? Can I even handle this? Absolutely, you can. I have no question in my mind. I know that you guys have a question in your mind, but I have zero. No question. Okay? And that's where the surrender happens. That's where the surrender happens. It's almost as if the bull is being tamed because you're the force, the power of this Mars energy and pushing you forward and squaring up with Saturn and conjuncting Uranus, and like you guys probably haven't had this kind of energy. You guys haven't felt this kind of energy in a very, very long time. And now you're getting this spark of moving forward again. Like, yes, you can totally sabotage yourself. Look at this, 10 of Swords. Going to the worst possible case scenario. Every time something good happens to you, that does not mean it's going to be taken away. That is a lack mentality mindset. That is thinking that things are too good to be true. 5 of Swords. If the fear is there for you to surrender and just go with it, right? The 9 of Wands and the Fool is about surrender. And that 5 of Swords is the sabotage. Telling yourself that you're no longer, you can't do it. You can actually, like 100% you can do it. One of the most dedicated, loyal, and hardworking signs there is. Thank you very much. So the lies that you're telling yourself, and we all do it, Taurus, we all tell ourselves these lies. But sometimes you guys can get into this pessimistic attitude where you think that everything is against you. Nothing is working for you. The universe is totally against you. But it's not even the universe that's against you, it's you who's against you. And if you really, flipped the mirror around and really, really took a good hard look at yourself, and you saw how the relationships happened, and you saw how all of the things, like how you predict, like if you allowed yourself to look how you had expectations of the situations or the relationships, the jobs, the family stuff, whatever, you had all of these expectations on how they were going to work out. And then when it didn't live up to those expectations, it all came crashing down, right? 10 of Swords, the 4 of Wands, the 8 of Swords. There's definitely an ending when it comes to the safety of your environment. I feel like some of you actually need to remove yourself from where you're living. Whether that's because somebody else is toxic to you or just the environment isn't, it's not good for your creative pursuits. We all know that a Taurus needs to have a decent environment to be able to be creative, right? So there's some kind of ending, but you're holding yourself back from from ending this cycle when it comes to your environment or when it comes to your safety. And it may just mean that you need to find that safety within yourself and not search for it outside of you. It may be just something that you are finding within. And the more, there you are. Look at you. The more boundaries. Hierophant is at the bottom of the deck, so thank you for showing up to your reading. Queen of Pentacles, the Strength card, and the 7 of Wands. Taurus, the more healthy, loving boundaries that you put up in your life, the more times you say no when you used to say yes, the less you placate other people and the more you focus on your journey, the better this life is going to get for you. I guarantee you. You just got to be your own advocate. You got to be your own boss. Okay, I love you guys. If you missed out on the Manifesting 101 course workshop in November and December, we're doing it again, January 30th. It's going to be amazing. I hope you guys join us. That information is in the description box below. I've also got openings for readings, astrology readings, tarot readings, Reiki sessions, Akashic readings, anything that you need to help you with your journey on my website. I'm booking for January. Go check it out. I love you guys. Have a really, really wonderful January. Oh, and if you haven't joined us with the memberships yet, that's actually where all of the forecast readings for 2021 are going to be. Everything is going to be over on the membership. So if you would like to see what the next 6 months are going to look like, you can head on over to the memberships and get that there. We would love to have you. We talk every day on Discord, basically, and really anywhere. So hope to see you there. I love you guys. Have a really wonderful January. Bye.